Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls.
Good morning.
Actually, boys and girls shouldn't be in here.
Actually, that's a good point.
That's
this
right.
is for adults.
Decidedly
Except
not
Andy.
for children. Except for Andy, right. Okay, so now we've got our little stream blink. I gotta fix the girls up in the... I can't.
Yeah, why are they...
I don't know.
Oh, wait, they're on my head.
I changed something. You know. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Musical Monday here on the Bob Doyle Show.
Very
And you know what that
exciting
means. Any minute now, your ears are going to be filled with deliciousness. But for now, let's hear the theme to this show.
It's the Bob
All right.
Woo, very nice.
All right, so now we know what show it is.
Thank goodness, because I was so confused.
I get confused too. I
I
look
know.
at the screen, I see you, and I go, this must be the Tracy Show.
Right.
I don't see anybody else worth looking at on that screen.
No.
Let's see who's with us this morning. Cher is, of course,
Good
here.
morning, Cher.
My mom is here. Look
My
at that. I
sister.
said,
Hi,
let's
guys.
see who's with us here this morning. And she actually said, I'm here this morning before I even said it. So my mom is psychic too, but she will not tell you because it's a secret that she wants to keep. Hey, all right. There's a second line to that, and for only $5, I'll email it to you. PayPal. What am I doing? All
What
right.
are you doing?
I'm just going off. It's Monday.
You're adorable.
It's Monday.
It is Monday.
So before we bring on our guest, who you already know her name because it's in the description,
oh,
it's
well,
Lucie
you
Lynch.
cheated.
But before we do that, I
I'm
just
gonna
have
do
to. Oh yeah, you got to
party.
start a watch party.
Okay,
So
I'm working on that.
So while she's starting the watch party, I'm going to talk about when milk goes bad. So there's that whole moment. Bob, I'm trying to talk. You know, you've got a date on your milk. And look, I'm not a big milk drinker. I use it for cappuccino. That's why it always goes bad, because I only use like an ounce of it at a time. Bob, why don't you buy a lower? Because that's about the same time as I'll buy a box of cereal. And I go, why didn't I just buy a full size? Anyway, so it goes, there's that date. And then you start smelling it. It's like, is this bad? And she goes, I don't know. And I'm like, okay.
I don't do cow's milk.
But there is a moment in time when it goes from being, okay, you can drink this and nothing bad's going to happen, to if you drink this, something bad is going to happen. There's a moment, and we don't know when it is. We tend to think like it's going to happen overnight on the date, on the thing, right? It's like overnight. But no, it could happen at 9:17. The cup I made, this could be the last good one. Today is, no, tomorrow. Oh, I got one more day according to the date. I don't know why I was thinking it was the 28th. So see, I'm safe.
Uh-huh.
Cher doesn't do creamer. Well, you can't make cappuccino without some sort of this.
Foam.
So I choose milk.
He tried almond milk, but it didn't foam the way
It
he
doesn't
likes.
work. Mm-mm.
So,
Orange juice doesn't work.
no.
No.
But
All
I
right.
have, what do I have? I have the
Oh, wait a
yummy
minute.
coffee with the,
We drank prematurely.
what is wrong with
Well,
us?
I don't know. It's the weekend. We
But I
forgot
have
how to do the show.
the blueberry lavender. Is that? Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah, I'm over it now. I liked it for a minute, but now I can't do it.
Too much.
The blueberry and lavender and coffee just isn't working for me. I need cream and I need sugar. Or give me some
no
chocolate.
sugar. No, I actually don't even need the lavender stuff, but I like it. It's yummy.
But we can't extract it. It's all mixed up in there. Coconut milk
now.
doesn't work either. No, it doesn't. You got to have the fat or something in there.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true because skim milk foams even better than regular, or it's stiffer. I don't know. It's not. Look,
Fascinating.
it's not coffee film foam day Monday.
It is not. It is
And that would
Musical
be-
Monday, and we ought to get into our guest who's patiently waiting for us.
Your cups don't slosh. That's true, but also, yeah, it's like this is actually not real. It's just a prop. That's the fun thing about cappuccinos. It puts this sort of virtual top. I can literally run up the stairs with this and not spill a drop
It's pretty fun.
because the foam acts like a lid. Try that with a non-foam coffee. And now
Not
cut
gonna
to the
happen.
black and white clip of someone running and it going, oh, there's got to be a better way.
A cappuccino.
All right, poor Lucy. She's sitting there
We're
in the green room going,
Rambling on
what
about-
is happening?
What are they talking about?
All right, so look, I just want to make it clear that you don't have to be a sound healer to be on the Bob Doyle Show on Musical Monday. It just seems to work out that way.
It just does. It's because I'm a little woo-woo.
Now, well, yeah, but this is who we attract, I guess, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Like
Most
not one
definitely.
heavy metal artist has said, dude, I got to be on the Bob Doyle Show.
Yes.
It's not the vibe.
Yes. Yes.
But now watch them come.
I was gonna say I
stampeding
have
in.
some. We just I have to make.
It's Metal Music Monday.
Wow.
We'll get all made up. We'll get big hair.
That would be fun.
It would be awesome. But I don't know if Jane and Cher and my mom and your mom and I don't know.
Maybe.
All right. You are in for a treat as always, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to introduce you to Lucie via a video, as we always
Yes.
do. A video of her, a nice little gentle performance. One of the things that she's doing a lot lately, as a lot of musicians are, is performing on her Facebook Live. And really these nice sort of personal performances. While this is not one of them, it gives you the feel of how she interacts with people. And so let's enjoy this piece from Lucie Lynch, and then we will bring her on in.
And action.
Okay.
Take one.
Take one. All right. Early morning, the sun is rising. Birds are singing a song about a new world. Fairies dancing in the trees. They ride around the world on bumblebees. And the night is fading in these days. And the light is fading in. And the light that we carry inside, it ain't never gonna die. And the light that we carry inside, it ain't never gonna die. It's early morning, the sun is rising. I'm walking along the beach, sand around my feet, and it's so dark I can't see my hands in front of my beautiful eyes anymore. It seems to be darkest night, but I know the light is fading in these days. I know the light is fading in, and I know the light that we carry inside, it ain't never gonna die. And the light we carry inside, it ain't never gonna die. And we're all here on the same journey. We're all looking for the light. We are searching on the outside until we find it deep inside. And the light we carry inside, it ain't never gonna die. And the light we carry inside, it ain't never gonna die. And the light that we carry inside, it ain't never gonna
There she is, ladies and
So
gentlemen.
beautiful.
Let's bring her in, Lucie Lynch. Lucie!
Yay! Welcome, Lucie. So great to have
Good
you.
morning.
Good morning.
Oh, thank you.
That
That was such a beautiful throwback. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. It was just I just thought it was just a perfect get the show started song.
Yeah,
Right?
so beautiful.
And it's interesting. So when you introduced yourself to us and we started listening to your music, I'm going, wow, this is like a time machine this sounds so, and Joan Baez and all this. And then Bob, one of our other viewers, just said Joan Baez. And on your page, it talks about Joan Baez being an influence. We would love to know a little bit about your musical journey, and then we'll just kind of talk through your musical career a little bit. So tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so first of all, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with you and share coffees and teas. My background, I'm originally from Hamburg, Germany. So that's where I grew up the first 28 years of my life. And I started with music pretty early, actually. Music was always a way for me to express what I want to say. I think I was always better in singing things than saying things. So when I was about, I think it must have been around 13, 14, there was a really kind of like rough, dark patch in my life and my youth. And I started just singing it out, like really writing about what's going on emotionally, because I was not able to find the words talking about it. And then someone heard me and was like, oh my God, that sounds kind of good. Do you want to do something with it? And I started the musical journey. I started applying for the school band. I was playing the saxophone before, so put that instrument to the side, started singing, and then very quickly just started writing my own songs, and always about something that I would see maybe in the world, or I would see around me or inside me, that I couldn't quite tackle yet. I always only knew something is maybe a little bit off, or something is wrong, or there's a certain conflict or pain, and I would just write about it. And the beauty about it was that the songs were always, they kind of, in the beginning, they are a little on the sad side, and then they always pick you up and make you feel good by the end. And so that was kind of like the beginning of music. And later on, it went more and more into the healing modalities, really for lack of a better word. I wouldn't really consider myself a musical healer, because it's really more, I create spaces for people where they can relax into my music, and that can make healing possible.
So in addition to the guitar, which we've heard her play,
right,
she's also got the sound bowls and stuff like that. But since we just featured sound bowls this week, we figured we'd just stick to the guitar.
saxophone. You play the saxophone too.
That's right. Bring it on out. And I also know you have a ukulele in your collection too, or maybe more than one, I would hope. Do you have more than one?
Yes.
Yes, of course. She's in Hawaii, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's right. It's so early by you.
So where did that? So I have to ask, because I'm a ukulele freak. Enthusiast would be putting it mildly. Mm-hmm. So where did that enter in? I mean, how long have you been in Hawaii?
Now about 10 years already.
So did you get your first once you got to Hawaii?
Actually, yes. It was very funny with me. It was I started with New York. So back in Germany, my dream was always musical theater and Broadway, right? That came out of writing emotionally, and I was like, oh, musicals were always so emotionally, even a little cheesy, so I always liked that. And then I thought I want to be on Broadway. So I wrote my own one-woman show back in Germany, which was always performed in musical theaters. And that was kind of like the call for me to travel to New York sometime. And I did. And in New York, I met someone from San Francisco. So the next time I traveled to San Francisco. And then in San Francisco, I met someone from Hawaii, an older gentleman who told me about the magic of Hawaii. And it was just all so magical. And I followed the magic in those days, very much so. And then landed on the Big Island. And that was probably the first time I really got in touch with the ukulele, actually. And that's now probably 12 years ago.
So how many do you have?
I have only one ukulele.
Oh, Lucy?
Yeah.
Must have more.
All right, well,
here's a collection.
We'll,
three guitars, one piano, and one uke.
Oh, you play piano as well?
13 singing bowls.
Oh, yes. That's awesome. Well, so somewhere in this progression of yours, let me just check in with the comments too, because people are freaking loving you.
Yes, absolutely.
And Sonova says hello. We haven't seen her in
Very
a while.
talented.
Nice to have you here. New people.
This is
Walter's
great.
there, says easy
Hugs
on the
and
eyes.
love. Yes.
Yeah, Walter. Come on. What that's good. No, that's a very nice thing to say. So somewhere in this journey, you really got into videos, making videos, because you're clearly a very creative person.
And they're beautiful.
And yeah, some of these later ones are, and we're going to end the day with one. But then there's this one that I found on your site called Times of Change. And we're going to share that next, but I want to know a little story behind it before we do.
So that was the days when I lived in Melbourne. So my husband, he's born and raised in Hawaii, but originally from Australia, or not originally, it's basically he was born and raised here, then they moved to Australia for a while, and then back here, and we met here and lived in Australia for a while together for about a year. And back then, we wanted to do some videos together. And it was really the very early days, right? There was like no iPhone. So we would literally, we had a little camera, yeah, like the old school kind with little tapes in it.
Oh, man, yes.
The way we did that. So we went down to the beach and, the filming, you would never really know, did it work out? You had to rewind to look at it again. So that's what we did. And then we, downloaded it somehow. It's so funny. It's such a long time ago. Now it's so easy, right? You take your iPhone. And then, he was very, very talented and creative. I think what were we using there? What was Final Cut? I think the early stages of Final Cut. And then we had this idea of me, like rewinding the video, walking backwards, kind of like as an image of change, because you have the feeling with change, it's very weird. It's like change has always this time travel involved. You kind of have to travel back to the past, do some forgiveness work to really let go of that, and then move forward into the future. So that was kind of like behind that video.
So, but I have to know, because I just want people to be watching for this, because it looks like what you did was that you filmed the entire video with you walking backwards in public places, somehow lip syncing, I guess. I have to watch again. I can't remember if you were lip syncing or just I have to watch. But that you must have in slow motion just been walking backwards while everybody else is just
doing their thing.
But it's odd that the people aren't going,
why is she walking backwards, looking at you funny? It's very,
because then
it's very cool.
In the middle of the street, and then I remember we were on a beach, and I had to there's one scene where I take off a jacket.
Yes.
And I had to kind of like do that the other way around in slow motion. And we tried it several times, and we were cracking up, laughing. And
well, because I was going to actually fade the video before we got to that part at the end, but now I'm going to show it. All right, so strap in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check out Times of Change, a Lucie Lynch.
Soul seems to deny to show the way. But if you listen close, so you can feel the rhythm of it all is all that is near. Once you take away the pain, take away the sorrow, the dreams you dream today may be true tomorrow. And tomorrow unfolds another today. If you wanna change your way of life, you better do it here and now. Somewhere deep, deep down in your own sweetheart. Once you take away the pain, take away the sorrow, 'cause the dreams you dream today may be true tomorrow. And tomorrow unfolds unfolds another today. Once you take away the pain, take away the sorrow, 'cause the dreams we dream today may be true tomorrow. And tomorrow unfolds another today.
Now we have to watch the outtakes, right? Is that what we got? Oh, wait, I screwed it up. Oh, well, we're not going to watch the rest of it. So, oh, wait.
Oh, my-
Hold on. I had you muted. I'm so sorry. There was a little background noise.
Oh my
So interesting.
gosh.
No, it's such a classic. Also remembering, I literally recorded this song in front of my. Back in the days, I had this like older Mac laptop, like the really thick one, the heavy one,
Yep.
and I recorded it all just on GarageBand. You know, the first time I was like sitting in front of the computer, figuring it all out, and then putting it together with our video material. It was such a piece of art, thinking of it. Like it was really a lot of time and thought went into this tiny little video.
Oh,
That's
obviously so. I mean,
beautiful.
that's, and not to mention the whole that you had to
Do things
do
backwards.
what you did.
I know, but I'm just, and they'll see too on the last video, but I'm so impressed by the love and care you put into your productions of the videos, because, your music stand on its own, but then you tie it into the art, and that's a perfect word, the art production of the video. Do you and your husband do that work, all of it?
We do everything usually. Yeah.
Wow.
Except now, in these days, sometimes we have sometimes people that ask, "Oh, can I do a video for you or something?" Then we're happy. But mostly, we are creating these little pieces of art. I think he's definitely a very visual artist. He has great ideas and big talents, and I think it's the perfect match, so to speak.
So this last thing we're going to see in a few minutes, the Heart in a Paper Cup, you guys did that?
No, that is actually a friend of his.
Okay.
And that we always joke because Matthew was the light guy. He held the light reflector in that one.
Oh, okay. Because it is definitely next level. It is very, very,
It's very well done.
as are several of your more recent ones, I guess. So it's very, very aesthetically pleasing and definitely sets that vibe. The
it's
great
luscious.
tone. So let's bring everybody up to the present and what
Yes.
you're doing now. I mentioned at the beginning that you're doing a lot. You're showing up a lot on Facebook Live. I don't know, maybe you always did that, even before all of this.
COVID.
But just kind of tell us what you're up to now and what you want people to know about.
So what's really right now, I almost go live on my Facebook channels and different groups. I go live actually on a daily basis. And what's really my intention behind it is that I feel like what my music does, it's kind of like a little bit like musical life coaching, for lack of a better word. So I come on and I talk about something that's going on in my life, and then people relate to it. Then I get some comments. I make up songs on the spot. And it has a lot to do with encouraging people to keep believing in themselves and to make their own magic in their life and to never give up, basically. So that's kind of like always where it always gets to, is to focus on what you want to see in your life, focus on what you want to create in your life, and make it happen, and find that joy that we all have on the inside, independent from outside circumstances. And what better time to try it out than being in the middle of a pandemic?
Right. Well, I was wondering, I assumed that some of those songs, because just scrolling and, just checking in on some of your lives, that a lot of them were just sort of in the moment and spontaneously flowing and, just a real sort of nice connection with the audience. So I want to pop over to your webpage. We've been showing the link, LucieLynchMusic.com, and here's where you can get all the about information, listen to some of her music,
Watch some of the other videos.
That's right. There's a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. If you like those videos, let's take a look at this page that might eventually show up if I click correctly. Hold on.
This is
Internet.
luscious.
I got my 300 baud modem in action right now. Okay. So see, there's a little bit of a clip from your from your Money Talk show.
Oh,
Let's
yes,
talk
let's
about
talk
let's
about
talk
that.
about that one real quick. Now, is that something that you still do, or is that kind of come and gone, or what's the story behind that project?
Yeah, so that has been, we've been performing that one together with my beautiful friend Marsha Zina Major and I. We wrote the whole thing, we produced it, performed it for 5 years all over Hawaii in the women's prison, drug rehabilitations, theaters, churches, everywhere, synagogues. And this year we were supposed to be in June in one of the most, beloved, renowned theaters here in Honolulu, and it got canceled, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. It's so sad right now.
It was very sad, but we actually then decided to do it virtually. We have a very good recording of the show, and we did a fundraiser for the theater with the recording. And now we are planning on sending the musical on a virtual germ-free tour.
I love it.
The video. And right now we're working with some non-profit organizations from the mainland, actually for the first time, to do the same thing, that these companies have the ability to do a fundraiser instead of just asking their followers and supporters for money, to give them a fun thing in exchange. And then, we receive a little bit of the profits. So that's
That
kind
is-
of like the next step.
That's really totally awesome. You'll
That's
see that there
awesome.
are lots more videos to watch from all stages of her career, but you can see like it just at the bottom here that the production value of like this, it's just a marvelous progression to watch. So Lucie, thank
beautiful.
you for reaching out. We're going to play your last piece here, The Heart in a Paper Cup. But thanks for
you.
reaching out and being our guest this morning and
So
sharing yourself.
beautiful,
People
so
have
grateful, yes.
clearly enjoyed it.
Applause.
Yes, they're even typing the word applause. See, right there. Applause. I wouldn't lie about
Okay.
something like that. But anyway, so we so appreciate, and now I got to find this video, so I got to play it. We so appreciate your time.
Yes, thank you for joining us. So beautiful to have you.
Yes, I love this. I love your show, and your synergy is beautiful. And thank you for this opportunity.
That
Thank
is
you,
very
thank
nice
you,
of you to
thank you,
say.
thank
All right,
you.
ladies and gentlemen, that's Lucie Lynch. And then let's
So
watch this last
beautiful.
piece from her, Heart in a Paper Cup.
Love it.
My heart in a paper cup, seems that I just woke up to the world around. My ego's still thirsty, but bubbles are bursting. Silence is the sound. It's the sound of music. It's like silk for my soul. Melodies of moonlight. I'm shivering, not cold. And I'm wandering, pondering, mumbling, stumbling here in the shimmering light. And I'm holding on, letting go, wanting back all these memories I got inside my heart. Inside my heart. Inside. And my mind is like bubblegum, thoughts chewed up, tongue is numb, old is waiting for new. Love is the answer and joy the enhancer of the new to come. It's the sound of music, it's like silk for my soul. Melodies of moonlight, I'm shivering, not cold. And I'm wandering, pondering, mumbling, stumbling here in the end of the night. And I'm holding on, letting go, wanting back all these memories I got inside my heart. Inside my heart. Inside. And I'm wandering, wandering. vagabond traveling with a song, sure some heart to share. Music's my remedy, life is a symphony, love is in the air. Love is in the air. Love is in the air.
That is a strong chorus.
So
This is a
beautiful.
strong chorus. Yes. Got the crowd going on that one, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Well, we've done it again.
Woo, thank you, Lucy.
We have delivered on our promise to bring you a musician who will stay in your mind all day and whom you will follow up upon
Absolutely.
at LucieLynchMusic.com. Some of you are already there. Some of you have turned off this show
And are watching,
and are
her
watching
videos
her
now.
videos, and that's rude, but it's okay. I get it.
But they don't know that we're saying this anyway. So
That's
it doesn't matter.
right. So
okay.
that's right. No, of course they're going to come back and watch the replay and feel really guilty later.
Yeah.
But guilt is a choice. I invite you not to take it on. Okay. Well,
All
that's
right. Good for personal development this morning.
That's
and,
right. Got to get it in there
yeah.
at the end. Tomorrow is Tuesday,
Tech Tuesday.
and something's going to happen. You
We're
just
going to do
watch.
something techie, and it'll be fun. Hopefully it'll work.
Have a wonderful day.
We love you guys. Happy Monday. Mwah! See you tomorrow.